Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find all the real values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, usually when faced with such problems, we start off by trying to get rid of this radical on the left-hand side of the equation. And you know that for us to do that, we raise both sides of the equation to power 3. But notice that if we do that on the right-hand side of the equation, we will generate a polynomial of power 6, and that may be very hard to solve. Now, there's a very easy way of solving this equation without starting off by squaring both sides. We will start off with a substitution. Let the cube root of 2x minus 1 be equal to the letter d. Now, you know that if we raise both sides of this equation to power 3, then we have that d cubed is equal to 2x minus 1. Now, from the original equation, you can see that d is equal to half times x cubed plus 1. Now, to get rid of this half on the right-hand side, we multiply both sides of this equation by 2. When we do that, we have that 2d is equal to x cubed plus 1. And of course, when we rearrange this equation, we have that x cubed is equal to 2d minus 1. Now, you can see that we have generated two simultaneous equations in x and d. The next thing we are going to do is to try and see if we will get a simple relationship between x and d. Now, to do this, we subtract the second equation from the first equation. When we do that, on the left-hand side, we have d cubed minus x cubed. And of course, on the right-hand side, we have 2x minus 2d. Now, you know that minus 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Now, rearranging this equation, we have d cubed minus x cubed plus 2d minus 2x is equal to 0. Now, notice that here we have the difference of two cubes, and we can factorize. When we factorize this, we have d minus x multiplied by d squared plus x times d plus x squared. And of course, we have plus. Between these two terms, we have a common factor, which is 2. Now, 2d divided by 2 is d, and minus 2x divided by 2 is minus x. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, when you look at these two terms, you will see a common denominator, which is d minus x. So we can still factorize. We have d minus x into, when we divide this first term by d minus x, of course, we are left with d squared plus xd plus x squared. And when we divide this second term by d minus x, we are left with plus 2, and this is equal to 0. And of course, from here, it's very easy to see that either d minus x is equal to 0 from where d is equal to x, or d squared plus xd plus x squared plus 2 is equal to 0. Now, we can rewrite the left-hand side of this equation. What we are going to do is that we will complete the squares. We will add and also subtract the square of half the coefficient of d. Now, the coefficient of d is x. So we are going to add and subtract x over 2 squared. When we do that, we have d squared plus xd plus x over 2 squared and minus x over 2 squared. Then we have plus x squared plus 2, and of course this is still equal to 0. Now look at these three terms. We have a perfect square. So we take 1d and we take 1 x over 2 and we square. Of course, you know that if we expand this, we are going to get exactly these three terms because we have d squared, which is this. Then we have 2 times d times x over 2, which is xd. And finally, we have x over 2 squared, which is what we have here. Now, we still have minus x squared over 2 squared is 4. Then we have plus, instead of writing x squared, let us write it as 4x squared over 4. Of course, you know that 4x squared over 4 is still equal to x squared. Then we have plus 2, and this is equal to 0. Now, from here, we have d plus x over 2 squared. Now, 4x squared minus x squared is going to give us 3x squared divided by 4. Then we have plus 2, and this is equal to 0. Now, notice that this quantity is a square, so it must be positive. Now, 3x squared over 4 is also a positive quantity. Then we have 2, which is also positive. Now, this second equation is telling us that the sum of 3 positive numbers is equal to 0. And you know that this is impossible for real numbers. So this second equation is of no use to us in solving this equation. So ultimately, this is the only relationship we have between d and x. Now remember that the cube root of 2x minus 1 is equal to d. So with this, we have that the cube root of 2x minus 1 is equal to x. And now we have a much simpler equation. And of course, to solve this equation, we start by raising both sides of the equation to power 3. When we do that, we have that 2x minus 1 is equal to x cubed. Now, rearranging this equation, we have x cubed minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Now, notice that when x is equal to 1, the left-hand side of this equation is equal to the right-hand side because we have 1 cube, which is 1, minus 2 times 1, which is 2, plus 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, and 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. This simply means that x minus 1 is a factor of this cubic. So we can factorize using the synthetic division method. The coefficient of x cubed is 1. The coefficient of x squared is 0 because there is no term in x squared. The coefficient of x is minus 2, and of course the constant term is 1, and we are dividing by 1. We bring down 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. 1 times minus 1 is minus 1. 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. So that means that when we factorize this cubic, we have x minus 1 times x squared plus x minus 1. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, already from this factor, we have that x is equal to 1. The last part of this solution is to solve the quadratic equation x squared plus x minus 1 is equal to 0 to find the other two values of x that satisfy this equation. Now, we cannot solve this quadratic equation by factorization, so let us use the quadratic formula. We have that x is equal to minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. X is equal to minus 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared, which is 1, minus 4 times 1 times minus 1 divided by 2 times 1. X is equal to minus 1 plus or minus 4 times minus 1 is plus 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. So this is root 5 divided by 2. So finally, we have all the three real values of x that satisfy this equation. We have x equal to 1. We have x equal to minus 1 plus root 5 over 2. And we have x equal to minus 1 minus root 5 over 2. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a like to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and you can see more tutorials here.